Hi United fans, stay right here, stay connected, and don't you dare blink, because what we're diving into today could shape Manchester United's entire momentum heading into one of the most defining Premier League nights of the season. This is Carrington. This is preparation mode. This is focus, belief, intensity, and identity all rolled into one. As the countdown to Sunday's colossal clash against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium continues, Manchester United's training ground was absolutely buzzing today, full of confidence, sharp voices, and that unmistakable feeling that something is building. Make no mistake, this is not just another training session. This is about standards, structure, and belief. So make sure you stay connected, hit that subscribe button, and don't miss a single Trafford Times update, because we are right inside the engine room of this football club right now. Carrington was alive this morning. You could feel it the moment the players arrived. Heads were up, intensity was high, and the body language screamed confidence after that massive 2-0 victory over Manchester City last Saturday at Old Trafford. Unbelievable, but true wins like that don't just give you 3 points, they inject belief into every drill, every sprint, every shout on the training pitch. Carrick and his coaching staff wasted no time. There was no room for comfort, no room for complacency. Yes, the victory over City was huge, but Carrick made it crystal clear. The job is far from done. Arsenal away is a different beast, a different test, and only total commitment to United DNA will get this team through. Today's session was all about structure, control, and clarity. The 4-2-3-1 system, Carrick's chosen framework, was once again drilled into the squad with ruthless precision. This wasn't about jogging cones or light touches. This was high-tempo tactical work designed to sharpen decision-making under pressure. The double pivot in midfield was repeatedly repositioned, showing Carrick's obsession with balance, protecting the back line while giving the attacking midfielders the freedom to express themselves. Let that sink in. This system isn't just a formation on paper, it's a philosophy, one that demands intelligence, discipline, and bravery. A huge portion of today's session focused on the front line. Carrick wants goals simple as that. The message to the strikers and attacking midfielders was direct and uncompromising. Be ruthless, be clinical, be brave. Movement in the final third was rehearsed again and again, with emphasis on timing runs between the lines, dragging defenders out of shape, and flooding the box with red shirts. According to those close to the session, Carrick was constantly stopping play, correcting angles, demanding sharper passes, quicker combinations, and more aggression in the penalty area. This is United DNA. Attack with purpose, create chaos, punish mistakes. Set-piece routines were another major theme, and this is where you can see the fine margins being worked on. Corners, free kicks, and especially the corner blocking system were drilled relentlessly. Every player knew their role. Who attacks the near post? Who blocks runners? Who stays back to prevent the counter? These details matter, especially away at the Emirates, where Arsenal thrive on transitions. Carrick knows this, he's studied it, and today was about neutralising Arsenal's strengths while maximising United's own threats. Yes, you heard that right, this United side is being prepared not just to survive, but to impose themselves. Before the grass work even began, the squad went through intensive gym sessions. This wasn't just about strength, it was about maintenance, recovery, and fine-tuning. Fitness staff carried out detailed checkups, monitoring load management, muscle response, and overall condition. The message is clear. This squad must arrive in North London fresh, sharp, and ready to go to war for every second ball. In the Premier League, especially at this stage of the season, fitness is not optional, it's decisive. What really stands out, though, is the atmosphere. Confidence is flowing through this group. You can see players encouraging each other, demanding more from one another, holding standards high. This is what winning does. This is what belief looks like. And Carrick is right at the centre of it, calm but demanding, composed but relentless. Is he growing into this role before our very eyes? Is this the beginning of something sustainable? Or is this just the honeymoon period before reality bites? These are the questions United fans are asking, and rightly so. Sunday at the Emirates is massive. There's no dressing it up. Arsenal are flying, the crowd will be hostile, and the pressure will be intense. But here's the big question. Why shouldn't United believe? Why shouldn't this team carry that winning momentum forward? After beating Manchester City, after seeing the structure, however, when you look closely, this selection tells a powerful story of intent, courage, balance, and a clear desire to reconnect Manchester United with its core identity fight, intelligence, youth, and fearless football. Starting at the back, the goalkeeping department alone sparks debate. Senna Lamens, Alte Bayender, and Tom Heaton, three very different profiles, three very different stories. Do you go with calm Premier League experience? Do you trust a modern ball-playing keeper to help United play out from the back under pressure? Or does Carrick value leadership and vocal authority in a derby that will be frantic from the first whistle? These are not small decisions. These are the kind of calls that can define a manager's first chapter. One mistake, one big save, one moment of bravery, it can flip the entire narrative of the match. Then look at the defensive unit, and you can feel the blend of steel and promise. Harry Maguire, a leader who knows what pressure feels like, will be crucial in organising, commanding aerial battles, and standing firm when City flood the box. Alongside him, Lisandro Martinez brings that snarling aggression United fans absolutely love, the kind of defender who doesn't just tackle, but sets the tone. You can almost picture it already, Martinez flying into challenges, fists pumping, the crowd feeding off his intensity. Add to that the experience and intelligence of Luke Shaw, the energy and width of Diogo Dalot, and the exciting raw potential of Lenny Yoro, Aidan Heaven, Tyler Fredrickson, Patrick Dorgu and Tyrell Malaysia. And suddenly this backline feels hungry, competitive, and far from passive. But here's the big question. Reds, can this defence stay compact, disciplined, and brave against City's relentless movement and possession? Can they win their duels? Can they defend the box like warriors when it matters most? Now shift your eyes to the midfield, and this is where Michael Carrick's footballing brain really comes into focus. This is a manager who built his own career on intelligence, positioning and control, and you can see those principles reflected here. Kobbie Mainno, mature beyond his years, looks tailor-made for nights like this, press-resistant, calm under pressure, and fearless in tight spaces. Casemiro's experience and bite could be absolutely vital in breaking City's rhythm, while Manuel Ugarte offers legs, aggression, and relentless pressing, the kind of player who makes opponents uncomfortable. Mason Mount, if fully fit and sharp, brings intelligence, movement, and pressing from the front, while Bruno Fernandes, the emotional heartbeat of this side, remains the wild card. On his day, Bruno can win you a derby on his own, but will Carrick give him freedom or ask him to be disciplined? And what about Jack Fletcher? Does Carrick dare to trust youthful bravery in the middle of the park? United fans, be honest, do you believe this midfield can match City stride for stride, or will it be about moments, counters, and pure fight? Up front, this is where excitement meets unpredictability. Amad Diallo's flair and bravery, Bryan Mbeumo's direct running, Mathis Cunha's work rate and intelligence, Joshua Zirkzee's link-up play, and Benjamin Šeško's physical presence and raw power give United a genuinely varied attacking threat. This isn't one-dimensional football. This is about options, transitions, and exploiting spaces when City overcommit. And then there's the inclusion of academy talent like Benito Montato, unbelievable, but true. This is the clearest signal yet that Carrick isn't afraid to trust youth, even on the biggest stage. That's not reckless, that's Manchester United heritage. But here's the burning question: will United press high and go toe-to-toe, or will Carrick play it clever, sit compact, and strike with ruthless efficiency? Because let's be clear, derbies are not won on possession stats or fancy patterns alone. They're won on belief, bravery, second balls, and moments of madness. Old Trafford has a habit of rising to the occasion when it senses blood. If United start well, if the first tackle flies in, if the crowd smells fear, this place becomes a fortress. Make no mistake, this is huge. For Carrick, for the players, for the fans, for the direction of this season. This is exactly the kind of moment you subscribe for. the kind of night you turn notifications on for, the kind of Old Trafford occasion that sends shivers down your spine, because what we witnessed today at the Theatre of Dreams felt like the opening scene of a proper FA Cup story, as Manchester United's official 23-man squad arrived at Old Trafford brimming with belief, swagger, focus, and that unmistakable sense of purpose that only knockout football can bring. And as the cameras rolled and the players stepped off the coach, you could feel it in the air. This wasn't routine, this wasn't casual, this was business, led by Darren Fletcher walking in with quiet authority, chest out, eyes sharp, no theatrics, just standards, setting the tone that this badge demands intensity, courage and togetherness. And behind him, a squad that feels carefully balanced, intelligently selected and dripping with narrative, starting in goal where Sana Lamens, Altay Bayender and the ever-dependable Tom Heaton know full well that the FA Cup can hinge on a single save, a single brave decision, a single moment of concentration, and you get that feeling, don't you? That whoever starts will be mentally locked in because this competition exposes hesitation and rewards bravery. Then you move into the defensive unit and suddenly it feels gritty, it feels British, it feels built for a scrap as Harry Maguire arrives with that no-nonsense cup fighter aura, ready to head, block, scrap and organise. Patrick Dorgu bringing raw athleticism and fearless energy. Lisandro Martinez, yes, let that sink in. Back with that butcher's bite, aggression and leadership that lifts the whole backline and injects personality into the team, while youngsters like Aidan Heaven and Tyler Fredrickson soak it all in, eyes wide, buzzing at the thought of a packed Old Trafford on a cup night, and Lenny Yoro adding composure and maturity beyond his years, calm on the ball, cool under pressure. Then throw in Luke Shaw, Diego Dalot and Tyrell Malaysia, and suddenly Fletcher has tactical flexibility written all over him, overlap or stay compact, high press or controlled block, which begs the question for you Reds. Do you go on the front foot and pin Brighton back with aggressive fullbacks, or do you keep it tight and disciplined, trusting structure over chaos? Because this squad gives options, real options. Then when you step into midfield, this is where matches are won and lost. It absolutely hums with quality and edge.